We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series, Season number 3 race in Michigan. And we're here at the Irish Hills of Michigan for the second race of the Xfinity Series playoffs. And welcome live to race 15 of the season at Michigan International Speedway. So once again, it's the second race of the round of 8. We had Darlington last week, who was won by a non-playoff driver, Mag Grab. He's actually full-time, of course, in the Cup Series. We'll see if a playoff driver can get the victory lane here tonight at Michigan. So, of course, I'm your host, Ethan Trendler, as always. Then I'm going to be joined here in the booth by Richard Cherry. And then we're also going to have Pace and Lindsay in here for a bit of commentating as well. And Cole Wilson, probably Cole Clausen from time to time. So, guys, it's Michigan. This race in the past, especially in the Cup Series, has produced some insane moments. So what do we expect to see here tonight throughout this Xfinity race?
Oh, so Michigan is the fastest place we go in the schedule, especially since they repaved the track in 2012. We see speeds with the Cup cars above 200 miles an hour, but today we're with the Xfinity cars which reach 195 miles an hour on by themselves, and probably more than 200 miles an hour on the straightaway. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting how these drivers can handle the high speeds of this racetrack.
So Michigan is, of course, a big 2-mile oval, just like Fontana, but it's a lot less worn out, and it produces some more pack-style racing. Not as much as in Xfinity that you're going to see tomorrow night in the Cup Series, but definitely still a bit of pack-style racing. Not completely the same to Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta, but you will see some entertaining side-by-side action tonight in Michigan, as we welcome you live to the Irish Hills here tonight. Ready for the 15th race of the Xfinity Series season. It is Michigan.
Did you fix your ticker?
Hopefully it's going to work. I tried to do a couple. It worked when I went in an online lobby and did some things with it. FedEx Xfinity Series logo won't show up now, though, so we'll hopefully see that fixed in just a couple of moments. As we're rolling slowly off pit road for whatever reason. Here comes the 12 of Cole Wilson. One win on the year at Watkins Glen. And he's going to join the track. Here's Cameron Chandler. Got 4 victories this season, including 2 in a row, where that included Daytona and Kentucky. His cars entering the racetrack at Michigan.
We're gonna see how fast these drivers are going to go here in this practice, as we see a group between Cole Clausen, Cameron Chandler, Matthew White, and Cole Wilson. Cameron Chandler, as you said, Ethan, has a really good streak lately. He won at Kentucky, dominating that race, and at Daytona. Also, he got, we see a spin and hard hit into the wall. My goodness.
Big crash here in 1 and 2 already in practice. Chandler's involved, White's involved, a couple other drivers as well. Yeah, for some reason now, problems never seem to end with this ticker. In 2025 especially. Now we can't see the FedEx Xfinity Series logo, which is usually right at the top of the screen. So I really don't understand what's going on there. But I don't know. Here comes Tyler Stevenson down the front straightaway in his 3rd career Xfinity Series race here tonight.
Cameron Chandler, who finished 3rd last week at Darlington, despite those little bit of struggles, mainly with not knowing the racetrack and everything. Now we go to a much easier racetrack, the home of Ford, Michigan International Speedway. Despite that, we see a lot of Chevrolets and a Toyota here in this group. In the back straight, we're coming into turn 3 and 4.
Alright, so good news, our Xfinity Series logo just randomly showed up, so that's good. Got that all up and running as we got a big crash in 3 and 4. A couple of cars involved. Chandler, and you can see the 43 of Matthew White. More Clausen spinning down to the inside, same thing with Cole Wilson. So once again, just like last week in Darlington, your playoff drivers aren't going to be showed by the P on the ticker and then the playoff banners in with these Xfinity cars. That's how you're gonna tell the difference who's in the playoffs and who's not.
Ethan, share your screen in Discord, please.
All right.
Well, we also have Payson in the booth. So Payson, what do you think we are gonna see for tonight?
I think it's just going to be a lot of pack racing, you know. It's not like going to be as insane as Daytona or Talladega, but there's definitely going to be double found racing for at least the first like 15 laps of a run.
So now that we also have the advantage to have you in the booth, you're racing full time in Cup. If you're racing tomorrow, how do you feel for tomorrow?
I feel pretty confident for tomorrow. It's going to be one of our best races in this first round because Darlington and the Roval definitely aren't our races, but if we could just have a good race in Michigan, I think we'll easily make it to the next round.
All right. Well, thanks for your words. Payson Lindsay, who finished in 9th at Darlington. He won at Daytona in the Cup race on December, and he's looking strong for this first round. So, yes, we see CJ Erdman.
Got a rack Oscar too.
Andrew Stacy in the 96 car.
Connor Asbell loose down the back straightaway. He, of course, will save it. Oh, yeah, Ashton Miller going sideways as well. Asbell takes a big shot into the fence. Miller's going up into the traffic, and that's going to be hard into the wall. And, yeah, here is CJ Ehrman in the 94.
Yeah, I got it wrong there. My apologies. I was talking about Andrew Stacy, but let's talk about CJ Ehrman. He's just kind of a quiet, somehow guy. He's not in the playoffs, but he's just kind of like a quiet guy there. You know, he's not very much talked. He kind of runs in the midfield. Last time he finished 18th, 144 laps down. He wrecked last week at Darlington, so let's see how it goes for him at Michigan.
Car on the back straightaway, Andrew Stacy went around. Connor Asbell working to the outside of Ashton Miller. Of course, you can see the playoff banners on Connor Asbell's 72 machine. We got the Michigan paint scheme on for this weekend in Michigan, of course, as he heads down the front straightaway.
Connor Asbell, who had a concussion a few weeks ago. We wish him a full recovery, but he's racing in that Xfinity race right now as he's sitting in the playoff standings in second place with 2,053 points, only 2 points behind Cameron Chandler with 3 wins in this season. And let's see if he can make it 4 at Michigan.
Yeah, Connor Asbell usually is pretty good at these drafting style racetracks. Remember in Fontana, he nearly got the one, he finished second in a photo finish with Cameron Chandler at Auto Club earlier this season. And we'll see if we can recreate one of those here tonight. Cameron Chandler so far top of the board in Michigan.
Connor Asbell, who ran well that race. Actually, we had him and I had a battle until turn 2 where we wrecked and I just got the worst of it. But he's actually a really clean driver, really consistent, and really fast. So, yeah, that's gonna play in his favor, especially for the second round that's coming up. We are gonna race next week at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. 25 laps at a really long race. It was actually announced today that in the odd years, only in the odd years, Formula One was going to race there. Then we have Chicagoland, Talladega, and Bristol to close out the round of 6, and then we have the Championship 4 and at Kansas Speedway. So it's going to be really good for him as we see Aston Miller spinning down in turn 2.
Into the wall goes the last season's winner of this race, Ashton Miller. He is very, very good at Michigan, his home racetrack as well. We'll see what he can do here tonight.
Yeah, when you race at your home racetrack, it's just kind of having a superpower, you know. It's like, well, also a little bit more pressure because you feel like you should know the racetrack better than anyone else. But it's mostly an honor to be able to race at your home racetrack.
Here's Maddox Beard going around on the back straightaway. And Erdman's going to slam into him.
Oh!
Maddox Beard goes airborne. And he'll hit the wall again. Oh, right in front of Andrew Stacy. Maddox Beard so far second on the board. He's had a rough season, of course, did not make the Xfinity Series playoffs this year. And he's looking for a nice rebound tonight in Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I'm noticing a lot about these race courses. What I noticed about driving them 20 minutes ago is that they're really loose in the first few laps. Now the question is, are they gonna get looser or are they gonna get tighter? That's something really tough to manage at this racetrack. It's like if you try to save tires, unless you are really good and managing them, you're gonna be really slow. You're gonna be almost stopped. But if you really push these tires and you go across many lanes, you're gonna be hanging on for your life. Also in the track series, but in the Xfinity series that also happens, as we see side by side between Matthew White in the 43 and the 14 machine of Tyler Stevenson.
Door to door down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Who will give? So far, Matthew White getting a decent run on the outside. Stevenson slides up into his quarter panel. Nearly makes contact with the 43 car, but he'll back out of it and slide back into the position. With Cole Clausen now on his bumper, as now he goes to the outside. 17 minutes to go here in practice for Michigan.
Yeah, we still see side by side there. This is a racetrack with the slide job, which is diving. Oh, Matthew White is, well, not Matthew White. I'm gonna be honest, I don't identify that race car. It's just the slide job works a lot here, which is diving the car on the inside and just try to clear the guy on your side, like right before leaving the corner. Usually that also might end up on a wreck. But it's just a move that really works here at this 2-mile racetrack. So yes, we see Matthew right now taking the bottom, which kind of is a little bit less bent than usual, as we see him hitting the pit barrels of Payson Lindsay activities.
So of course we have to give you the update on Matthew White. You most likely probably heard his Piper almost spins down to the inside. You probably heard Matthew White after his incident last week in Darlington in the Southern 500 for the Cup Series with Connor Asbog as top award. He has been suspended for one NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series race, which is tomorrow night in Michigan. So that's big for your former points leader this season and Season 1 Cup Series champion. He hasn't missed a race since he was last suspended in Season number 1.
Yeah, that's a huge hit, as you said, for the championship. Going especially against Aiden Donahue, who has won 8 races this season, it's going to really cost him, even though it's the next race for Cup after Michigan is the Charlotte Roval. And as we saw at Watkins Glen, where he won the race after that epic last lap battle with Aiden Donahue, he's really good at road courses. So he's actually going to run the 24 hours of Daytona alongside Cole Wilson and Milo Lively too. So we wish them the best of luck for that race. And yeah, that race also, endurance race overall. I know this outside the NASCAR environment, but they make you improve a lot of road courses, and Matthew White runs a lot of road racing, so he's really good at them.
And then another update here on the Rolex 24 side. I'm not gonna leak anything just yet, but I'm just gonna give a bit of a hint. We could see some stuff, including the NASCAR iRacing FedEx special events, coming up soon with the 24 hours of Daytona, and that's all I'll say for now.
Yeah. Daytona with multi-class always provides great racing, especially with the GTPs trying to manage that traffic with GT3. And it's also really fun, especially with the GTPs where the bus stop, you almost take it like flat out, like a Formula 1 car. So yeah, we are really excited about that, as we see Andrew Stacy battling Kevin Chandler, the points leader, in the number 8 tackle ball machine.
Down the front stretch to go, about halfway through practice. Single car qualifying will be up next here in Michigan. As there is Piper.
Are you sure it's single car?
Yeah, it is this time. I made sure of it, because I didn't want to be destroyed on the broadcast again while we're going green. And there's no fast repairs either. Oh.
Oh, a hard hit. Cole Wilson to Cole. Are you okay, man?
I don't know.
The AMR safety team might need
The ETR safety department isn't really doing its job, so you might have a couple of broken bones, to be honest.
Hey, the car's pretty fast right now. I think that could be a purple.
What speed are these race cars going, Cole?
I'll look on the back stretch. Or the front
All right.
stretch.
So let's go on board with Cole Wilson, Ethan.
There it is. Riding with the 12, playoff driver Cole Wilson. As he enters the racetrack here in Michigan. Up to the outside, building momentum from the top. Through 3 and 4 he goes. And oh, he slides, and he is going to spin and hit the wall on the inside.
We might have
Yeah.
had a skill issue.
And Payson Lindsay moment.
I won't spin this time.
All right, we'll give you a chance to not be on camera and get the thing up to speed, I guess. As Brojan Koch, who just missed out in the playoffs this season, spins to the inside. Oh, what a big hit. Cameron Chandler just stopped the work. Here's Stevenson and others still on pit road. All right, guys, so 12 minutes to go in practice. We've seen a bit of practice here tonight. What do we think we're going to choose for our race win tonight? I know it's one of the more unpredictable tracks in the Xfinity series, but what are our thoughts on that?
We
Somebody-
might.
that's-
I think we might see Aston Miller winning in his home race once again. He won already last season, like we said before, and he's looking strong for this season at Michigan. Actually, he said the other day at the after the Cup race that he felt really good for this race, especially it being his home racetrack. So let's see what he can do for tonight.
And then, Cole, if you could just turn up your mic audio just a bit when you're done with this run, that'd be nice.
Is it better now?
Yep.
A little bit. Down the front stretch, Cole Wilson goes into 1 and 2.
197 miles an hour. That's kind of 317 kilometers an hour. Going into turn 1 with only one car. That's C.J. Ehrman in the grid number 94. Now he's going 193 miles an hour into turn 3 and 4.
Watch the wheel movements on Cole Wilson's machine. It's definitely going to be a little bit more stable in the Cup Series tomorrow night. The sun is shining here in Michigan on this warm September day. Oh my God, we have somebody just took out some. Oh, I don't even know what happened there.
You don't. Yeah, you obviously know who that was.
Yeah,
I mean, no one else can do that.
I didn't doubt it for a second. Who that was. Oh, we got a car in the middle of the track. It's Cameron Chandler.
Oh my.
Oh. As you're paying for that, Cole.
That was not my fault.
Yes, it was.
There's a
As we look at our cam from above here.
Yeah. So I might have flipped through a couple of RVs in the infield. So rest in peace.
Cameron Chandler got down to a 38. We'll see if anyone else can get that in these last 10 minutes.
The weekend just started, and we already have to bring ambulances to the infield. So thanks, Cole.
Yeah, no problem.
As they almost wrecked down the back straightaway. Matthew White and Connor Asbell. There is Asbell on White's bumper. And Matthew up the track just slightly. Oh my pace.
Oh my God.
As we'll try to get to the right angle. Here again.
Payson, how are you feeling today about this race?
It's not racing.
I'm not racing, but in practice.
Yeah,
really
how do
good.
you think the car feels right now?
The car is very, very loose.
Do you think we'll see a first lap crash to bring out
So send Matthew White.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, I'm upside down. Thanks a lot,
Whoa.
Matthew White.
Cole,
Move out the
Clausen.
track.
Well, yeah, Matthew White.
Oh, he got
my
hit again.
God. Oh.
Some of the clear high motors sorts cars, and Cameron Chandler gonna follow in. Yeah, this is a typical practice crash in Xfinity.
I am dead.
Rojan Koch nearly. Oh, okay. iRacing physics at their best. Here comes Tyler Stevenson through, and he's gonna be the only one to make it through cleanly. So 8 minutes to go in practice.
Matthew White should probably be suspended for this race and maybe the rest of the season. I mean, he just pulled straight up into the middle of the racetrack with engaged me, and then I flipped about like 10 times. So, I mean, I don't understand. This is just complete nonsense, but I'm probably going to spend it.
Yeah, he might have done something like that last week in the Cup race, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been causing problems all week. He deserves a suspension for tomorrow. He's already locked in the playoffs. Let's be kind of real here, but you know, that's all good.
All right, so car is still on pit road. Erdman side by side down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4. Connor Aswell and Matthew White. Yeah, you can definitely see the cars are a bit loose. I of course tested them, and they definitely weren't that loose. So I don't really understand what's going on here tonight, but we will see what happens throughout the race.
Also it depends also on the driver. Some drivers might be able to handle a more loose race car, and some drivers might prefer also actually a tight race car. So that causes people's thoughts to be different.
I prefer a loose car, but this car is a little loose.
Oh, crash on the back straight, but there was a tire in the middle of the racetrack. Luckily, it didn't get sent into the stands. That's all we need.
Probably my tire from when I was slipping.
Oh, Connor Aswell nearly gets dumped by Matthew White down the front straightaway. Matthew White will blink. Connor Aswell back to the outside. And he's looking back low. White's gonna pull a big block. This reminds me of Ashton Miller and Nathan Donahue on the final lap in the Xfinity race at Michigan last season, weaving down the back straightaway. So it's definitely not going to be the pack race that you're used to seeing because of how loose these cars are. You'll definitely see that style of racing in Cup tomorrow night.
And also a much stronger, dirtier, and probably maybe a tighter race car. But these Xfinity cars are not as bad in traffic. In fact, you can make them loose. So that's gonna play out a lot tonight, especially with how loose these cars are already. So it's going to be interesting.
Connor Aswell was sideways. All right, here they go down the front straightaway. 5 minutes to go here in practice. White steps on the brakes, and now there's Maddox Beard up to the racetrack. In the wall. Oh my god, we got somebody upside down.
Oh, what a hit.
Chandler in the wall hard. There's CJ Erdman down the front straightaway.
Got a little bit of pack racing here off from Matthew White, Connor Aswell, and I believe that is Cassie Beasley.
I managed to flip over 2 cars and 1 wreck.
Here comes John Whittle on the racetrack.
Alright, here comes me and Payson Lindsay out of pit road right now. So this is going to be like a demonstration of what we will probably see later today in the race, with how loose it will be with cars side by side.
All right, you can keep the cameras on me real quick, please and thank you. Yeah, there we go, there we go. We're gonna take you for a bit of a ride here down the Michigan International Speedway pit road. You know, just hop up on the curb right here, and yeah, there we go.
Oh my God, that's somebody's pit stall. They're dead. Hopefully it wasn't any ETR pit stall. I don't need to sign any more paperwork.
Oh, what the heck? Why are they wrecking on? Okay, I'm just gonna stop asking questions.
It's practice. 3 minutes to go. Oh, Matthew White's gonna take an absolutely horrific hit into the wall on the back straightaway, and it'll come to a stop down here. Here comes the M&F Racing driver, the number 1 M&F Racing driver at this point, Juan Combs Jr.
No. Permanently banned from M&F Racing. Never allowed back on M&F Racing headquarters ever again.
And here
Ethan,
comes...
you're missing an amazing battle between Pace and Lindsay and Cole.
Yeah, we got a great battle going on.
It's probably going to be a crash if Pace and Lindsay's involved.
You can see right there how aero loose I got behind him. Oh, and he's spinning himself.
Yeah, it's very loose off the exit of the corners. Just no tire grip.
Right here is a move we will probably see a lot today, a slide job. That one was executed to perfection.
But what a slide job.
All right, as they head down the back straightaway, minute and 30 seconds to go.
That is something you'll probably also see later today, a big wreck.
Okay, so minute left here in practice. Of course, single car qualifying will come up next for the pole. Got 2 laps to qualify as always. And yeah. Wilson driving backwards. That's my driver. As they down in 1 and 2. Got a slow car down the front straightaway. So it looks like nothing else changes here, which probably won't. Cameron Chandler will lead practice in Michigan.
Yeah, Cameron Chandler looking really
Oh my
strong.
God. What in the heck is happening?
I don't even want to know at this point.
I got like glitched into someone or something. Oh my God. Hold on, I gotta take a look back at what just happened. Yeah, I was like inside. Okay, I don't want to phrase it like that, but
What?
Chandler was like, me and Chandler were, okay, I'm just gonna stop talking because the way I phrase it sounds a bit weird. But basically me and Chandler got glitched into each other and we're like, okay, whatever, on to qualifying.
Yeah, I don't
I
need to
made
be
Jason go back to
demonetized
the
again.
pit barrels. I made
Hey,
Jason go
Chandler.
back to the pit barrels.
What?
Here's your daily reminder to turn on the stage fan.
Well, I gotta do it after quali.
Okay, just so you know.
All right, here we go. Qualifying underway in Michigan. Here comes the 43 of Matthew White, one of probably your favorites for the pole. Here comes Connor Asbell in the 72. There's Ashton Miller in the 79. Logan Giesbrett in the 80. And yeah, quali underway at the Michigan International Speedway.
I think Matthew has to be one of the favorites. He's an absolute qualifying merchant, but he definitely knows how to settle 1 lap, that's for sure. So him and Cameron Chandler, I think, are the favorites for pole.
Chandler was top of the board in practice, but that of course is with the draft. Could be at least, and we're gonna see what they do with just by themselves, single car qualifying.
I don't think it's the draft because when you're behind somebody, you get so loose that I think you go slower in the corners.
Well, he could have gotten a toe down the straightaway or whatever. But in the 1 and 2 goes Matthew White. He's going to almost slide up into the wall off corner exit. Pretty decent exit down the back straightaway he goes. Behind him is the 8 of Cameron Chandler in that Taco Bell machine. You got Cole Wilson in the 12. And his Toyota Supra. Here is Maddox Beard in the 2. Logan Giesbrecht down the back straightaway as well. And Ashton Miller, your winner of this race last season. Others head down into 1 and 2 here. Down the front straightaway goes Matthew White, 39.3 the first lap from White. Cameron Chandler goes over the line to start his lap. Matthew White through 1 and 2. We'll see if drivers are able to pick up on that second lap. Here's Juan Cobbs Jr.
Oh my God, I am barreling like crazy.
It's a normal Cole Clausen crash in the front stretch. So it's Matthew White so far top of the board here in Michigan. There's Eli Tomlin coming onto the track. Here's Bryce Benton. Juan Cobbs Jr. goes in 8th. Andrew Stacy. Connor Asbell top of the board. He's on provisional pole in Michigan. Ashton Miller goes 3rd. Here is Logan Giesbrecht. He's currently 9th. He backs it down. Miller will qualify 3rd for the moment. Andrew Stacy is 5th. Bryce Benton is 6th. Could be a good pickup coming for Bryce Benton. Here is Cole Wilson on the bottom. Here's Pfeiffer down the front straightaway. Cole Wilson is 3rd. Cameron Chandler only 5th after being top of the board in practice. So he will not get the qualifying spot he wants if nothing else changes. Yeah, Connor Asbell looking to sit on pole here tonight. You got Matthew White currently to his outside, Cole Wilson, and Ashton Miller to ETR Toyotas lining up in row 2. Eli Tomlin is 13th at the moment. He heads down the front straightaway into 1 and 2 on his second lap. Juan Cobbs Jr. backs it down. John Wynn is done. Only 2 on the racetrack. Tomlin gets loose. That'll be his qualifying over. Here's Tyler Stevenson in the 14. And that should just about do it in Michigan. Connor Asbell going to be on pole here tonight. Surprise pole sitter here tonight at Michigan, as the other 2 are not on fast laps. So that will do it. All right, guys, so any surprise here in the booth with Connor Asbell's pole position tonight?
No, I don't think that's too big of a surprise. He's always quick, and then once again, this is one of his closest tracks to his house, so another one of his home tracks like Ashton Miller, so he's just going to be trying to do extra good.
Yeah. Seeing Asbell on pole isn't really that big of a shock. I feel like he has pace to win almost every single race.
One of the surprises, I think, is Cameron in 5th. I was expecting him to be first 2 rows for sure, and he fell down to 3rd.
All right, here are your playoff points entering tonight, the second race of the round of 8. Of course, you got Chandler and Asbell top, and then Andrew Stacy had a decent run in Darlington. He's currently 3rd. Wilson, Leonard, Wynn, they're all above the cut line. Johnson, Hathorne, they're below the cut line currently. And I think that does it here in quali. All right. Here we go in Michigan. Welcome live to the season number 3 NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series race from Michigan International Speedway.
As we see the calm before the storm, before these engines start to turn on, and therefore begin the pace laps and begin this race. Therefore,
this race. Stages. This race is 10 laps shorter than it was last season, so we might see a bit of different pit strategy than we saw last year. We didn't see a whole lot of cautions at all in last season's race until the end. We'll see what we have here tonight. All right, Connor Asbell on pole. You got 2 Chevrolets, row number 1, 2 Toyotas going to be lining up for row 2. Another Chevrolet and Toyota, row number 3. And you can see the rest of the field on the left side of your screen. Here tonight in Michigan.
Just wanted to tell you, Ethan, reminder for the stages, and Miller said you're in charge of cautions.
Yeah, stages are on. And here we go. 60 laps, 120 miles here in Michigan. So the Ford Mustang pace car will be pulling off in just a couple of moments. And we will see these machines get underway in Michigan tonight. All right, guys, so any final predictions before we go to the green flag?
I mean, these drivers are feeling right now. That's when the anxiety goes up and up and up and up until the start of the race, especially. Some of the rookies, even though in this race we have no rookies, so there is this tension right now. And you're even thinking about if you get wrecked on the first lap, as we see Cameron Chan rolling. So these are the nerve-wracking moments of the race.
One prediction, I think we'll see a first lap caution here. Really loose, really slidey. So, I don't know, up front, middle, back. We'll see somebody get loose for sure.
All right. Welcome live to the 2 Mile Oval at Michigan. And yeah, so we are going to be heading down the back straightaway here tonight. So it's Michigan. We have all been waiting for this one for a while. The Cup Series race tomorrow night should be an absolute thriller, and it all kicks off with the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series in Michigan here tonight. Connor Asbell, Matthew White on the front row, ready to lead the green. Still can't talk. Ready to lead the race to the green flag. The Michigan car is going to be starting first. Maybe a bit of a good luck charm there for Connor Asbell. All right. Pace car is going to pull down the pit road. Race number 2 of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Xfinity Series playoffs in season number 3 is underway in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Side by side down the back straightaway for the opening lap. Connor Asbell, Matthew White, door to door for 3 and 4. Asbell on the bottom, sliding up the racetrack. Ashton Miller nearly squeezing it 3 wide. He was going to lead the opening lap tonight. Miller on the bottom, White on the outside, Asbell down low as well. It's going to be Connor Asbell at the line. He leads lap number 1. 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Miller actually slides a bit. Cole Wilson's up the racetrack nearly into the 54 of Truther in his Xfinity debut tonight. They're 3 by 3 for 3rd place and still side by side down the back straightaway for the lead. Here comes Cole Wilson.
Yeah, Cole Wilson surprising there. Going 3 abreast, now still 3 abreast. Almost 4 wide there, getting into turn 3. And Cole Wilson so far takes the lead.
You got Asbell back on the bottom, Matthew White on that outside lane. Now Wilson's kind of stuck in the middle with no help. Miller is pushing on Asbell, and the outside lane has even more momentum. Through 1 and 2, still 3 wide, down into 1 and 2 they go. Almost 4 wide with Trooper. Oh! Just a bit of a slide there for Cole Wilson off corner exit. And it looks like Matthew White, after all of that chaos, is going to clear for the race lead.
The gap between the top 5 from 5th to 1st was 82 1,000ths of a second. That talks how competitive this racetrack really is.
Still door to door, the fans. Whoa! Contact! Truther sideways, he'll save it. And now he's looking to the inside for the lead. Side by side, Carlos Truther on the bottom. He slides up the racetrack. Connor Asel back to his quarter panel. Almost more contact down the back straightaway they go. So far, kind of been a pack style race. I was wrong. They are not sliding around as much as I thought just yet. Now we're still door to door for a second. Will Truther slide up the racetrack? He's got Cole Wilson in that 54 Toyota all over his back bumper. Still door to door, down into 1 and 2. Truther slides down low. He's going to fall maybe to 4th with Cole Wilson getting big momentum on the outside lane. Rewind once again down the back straightaway. Truther backs out of it. Great racing so far tonight in Michigan. As Connor Aswell, your pole sitter, is back to 2nd. He's on the rear bumper of Matthew White. But you got to be wondering, are these drivers going to be thinking about fuel saving? And I don't know if Cole can give us an update right now, but Cole, if you can, what's the fuel situation looking like?
Right now we have 34 laps of fuel left.
All right, so they will be good. If this was last season, they would be very close and probably not good on fuel to make it to the halfway break. But we should be okay.
And that makes up for going flat out because you don't have to say if anything about tires. But tires are really important here. Those people that are racing just flat out are gonna be struggling later in the run as we see side by side for the lead.
Connor Aswell back on the inside of Matthew White coming to lap number 7. Now, that outside lane with White is gonna have big momentum. Coming top, Wilson pushes the 43 out front. Aswell back to the bottom, trying to get good momentum to clear Matthew White, and he will off corner exit. He'll slide up the racetrack, and he takes the lead back. Your pole sitter, Connor Aswell, now leads. Back to the inside goes Cole Wilson. 12 car having a good run. He took the lead earlier on. He's looking for 2nd here on Matthew White once again. Still side by side. Where's Cameron Chandler going to go down the front straightaway? They'll stay on Wilson's bumper. Maybe going to look for middle of 3, but we'll think better. Matthew White in the dirty air. He's trying to get momentum around the outside, but still door to door with that number 12. They almost made contact down the back straightaway. Oh, Matthew White slides. He will save it in the 43. He still slides off corner exit.
Now you have to be really careful with being loose when being side by side, because if you lose the race car, you're gonna wreck the whole field, and that's gonna cause evidently a lot of people.
Whoa, Cole Wilson slides up into the door, Matthew White. Matthew White hits the wall. Now Carlos Truther blinking a bit. He's in the middle, and they're 4 wide for a minute down the back straightaway. Oh, Matthew White's back to the wall. He's definitely starting to struggle.
The blinking from Carlos Truther in the 54 is really dangerous in this situation, because it happens a lot in the super speedway that somebody wrecks and they just get through the blinking car, and that causes subsequently the wreck. So he's gotta be really careful about this blinking, as we see 3 abreast behind.
Ashton Miller on the bottom. He's beginning to kind of fall back. Same thing with Cameron Chandler. It's also a bit of a battle back there. That's side by side between Beard and Stevenson down to the inside back here at more aggressive racing. But up front for the lead, it's going on side by side. Here comes Carlos Truther in the 54 to the bottom. They lean on each other down the front straightaway. sliding down into 1 and 2. We are officially 10 laps into Michigan.
What a 10 laps we have seen. We side by side for the lead, and we have seen more lead changes than the amount of times you change your underwear, Ethan.
Oh yeah. That was few actually.
Well, depends.
Oh, Asbel slides. And he will, of course, take the lead now. Carlos Schurter back on his bumper.
Unlike the normal mile-and-a-half track or any track really, instead of the right front really wearing out, it's the right rear on this car, and that's why you're seeing so much sliding here. at
4
Michigan.
wide for a second. Just slightly there, 4 wide, and they're going to be back to nearly a single file. Door to door here to the inside is Cameron Chandler on Co Wilson, and now you got Matthew White back to the bottom of Carlos Truther.
Yeah, and when you're in the 3 wide situation, it's a really tense situation because a minor mistake, like we said before, and it causes a huge wreck. So you have to be really careful. And also, yeah, because there is a chance you might win the race, even though it is lap 13. But you want to be careful with not ending your race too soon.
Here comes the 54 yet again. Almost looking to the inside just for a second. He's there on Connor Asbaugh. Toyota finished 1, 2, 3 in this race a season ago, and they're looking to take the lead with the 40 or 54 machine, I should say, on the bottom, still door to door. Nearly halfway until the halfway break. You got to be wondering to watch Matthew White in a second. What is he able to do back there? Truther on the bottom, nearly clear of Asbel. Look at the hands on these machines. Off-corner exit especially, Carlos Truther is sliding. Look at Connor Asbel with those yellow gloves, completely loose here down the front straightaway.
If you have the chance, Ethan, I recommend doing like a little crank it up and going on board here and watch the hands of some of us. 'Cause it is really loose. We are working on the wheel.
We definitely will once the run gets a bit longer as they head down the back straightaway, still in a bit of a pack here. Carlos Truther currently leading the field here in Michigan. Matthew White looking to the inside nearly on Connor Asbel. He's on his quarter panel, he's sliding up the racetrack. Oh, Matthew White slides. Gets very loose and held Cameron Chandler back to his inside. Door to door, down the front straightaway into 1 and 2 yet again. 16 laps into Michigan. We've had all green flag racing so far. Of course, in the Southern 500 for the Cup Series, we saw green flag racing for the entire first half of that long, grueling race.
Got Connor Asbel back to the back bumper of Carlos Truther here for the lead, but he's going to get loose off the corner. Really loose off these corners, I can see.
Connor is definitely sideways off turn 4 every single time from the looks of it. Let's see if he can get that back in the right direction. Down to the inside goes Cole Wilson. And here comes Asbel. Almost making contact.
Lack of side force equals looseness on this race car, and with how loose this race cars are, it's gonna get even more sideways there coming into the corners.
Side by side here between Cole Wilson and Matthew White as White will really slide up the racetrack. He's loose. He's trying to hang on to it. He will somehow, but will slot in behind Cole Wilson number 12. And now let's take this opportunity to ride along with Cole Wilson and watch his hands. And And that battle for the
Cameron
lead.
Chandler to the inside.
Battle for the lead. There's Chandler to the inside of Asbel for a second. Oh, and look at that slide by Cole Wilson. It's Matthew White's going to go back on his bottom. Still door to door. Look at this action. Truther up the racetrack. It will slide just a bit.
3
And
wide
here-
for the lead.
Here comes Cameron Chandler down the front straightaway yet again. Side by side. Connor Asbel's going to take the lead back.
Bryce Benton now up here. It's been really a 5-car pack battling for the lead this entire time. Now Bryce Benton in 6th, trying to mix it up and maybe move up a few spots before the stage break.
So we're coming in with 11 to go to the halfway break this time, by.
No, Bryce Benton has been really quiet there, sitting back, just enjoying with some popcorn this battle, and now he's gonna pass Cole Wilson for P5.
Got Ashton Miller right behind him.
Wilson is
Oh.
sliding. Same thing with Ashton Miller. Those ETR Toyotas are loose off corner exit. And so side by side here, Chandler, Matthew White on his bumper. There's the 54 of Truther up to the outside. And the top two are now both playoff drivers. Ooh, bit of a slide once again for Connor Asbel. Lowest running playoff driver currently is John Wynn in 14th. That would not be good points for John Wynn if he finished there. He
Yeah, let's
definitely
talk about John Agayan in the 97 machine. He's with 2,000 points because he didn't race last week at Darlington, and he's running really bad here right now, running in 14th place. No, it's not gonna earn him any stage points, and that's gonna cost him a lot to advance to a next run and run for the Pro Championship.
Here is White back to the outside of the 54. We got the 8 of Chandler down low. Momentum coming up top for Matthew White. Looking like he's going to clear Truther, maybe. They're still side by side, though, down the back straightaway. White really couldn't find a place in line on the bottom, and he'll keep it on the outside.
Got 2 more cars catching up to this lead back. We got the 77 and the 96 of Stacy started to catch up.
Oh, Matthew White was completely sideways once again off corner exit. You can definitely see as the run goes on, 22-lap old tires now in Michigan. These cars are getting sideways with Connor Asbel leading.
Yeah, it's a blast to see these race cars, how they handle. They are basically bricks with just an engine put on it, and just those bricks are racing right now. They are rolling right now, as we might see a lead change, Nathan.
Cameron
Like I
Chandler
said
to the
earlier,
inside.
Like I said earlier, it's the right rear really wearing instead of the right front like a normal track. So that's why you're seeing these cars so loose instead of a different track like Las Vegas, for example, where you see cars pushing tight with the right front.
Cameron Chandler was 2.5 tenths faster than the leader, Connor Asbel.
Asbel once again heads down the back straightaway, your regular season champion, and then driver of the most wins, Cameron Chandler on his bumper.
Asbel is really starting to struggle on corner exit. He's just sliding every time off the corner. I think he burned up his right rear early in the run, which does no grip, especially off turn 4. You can see right there as Cameron Chandler's going to the inside.
We're coming to 7 to go to the halfway break, so it's definitely just a whole lot of pushing here at the end. You're not really saving tires, probably until the end. There's any hope of doing that. Down on the inside goes Chandler on the 72 of Connor Asbel. So the shortened race from last season definitely does make tire saving a bit less important.
Well, I wouldn't say so. Cameron Chandler was sitting there in the top 5 all stage long, and now he's battling for the race lead with Connor Asbel. And watch out with Carlos Truther, who has led the entire stage basically, and he might make a move for the lead. He might make 3 up race, Ethan.
3 by 3 down the front straightaway for the lead with 6 to go. Who is going to come out on top? Truther on the bottom has the momentum, will clear him. New leader once again here in Michigan is Carlos Truther.
Yep, he made a really bold move there, moving to the apron, making it 3 abreast, and he takes the lead now back. Connor Asbel is going to have the opportunity to catch back again.
To the inside goes the 72, the 3 and 4. What a battle for the lead. We have seen a lot of lead changes so far tonight. And he is going to clear him slightly, but he'll have to move back to the inside to try to break the draft. Oh, Truther slides just a bit off corner exit. We also got more battles back here. It's Miller to the inside of White. And here we go up front. Truther on the bottom. You can see Asbel once again barely sliding up the racetrack. Now he is sliding even more. Truther on his bumper.
Yeah, and something happened to a number 27 of Rayun Coke. He is entering the pits with a lot of damage to his race car. Let's inspect what happened to him on lap 25 of the race. So he lost the car exiting turn 2, and he just hit the outside wall hard and just totaled his race car, and he came down to the pits again. And that's
It has not been good lately for Rojhan Cook.
not making the playoffs, and now the struggle in Michigan.
Here comes Cameron Chandler. Back to the outside for second with 3 to go to the halfway break. We've been all green so far. And the stage will end with one caution at the most. Even if we got one now, the stage would end.
Watch out for Bryce Ben. He's starting to catch these front 3.
Yeah, Bryce,
Yep.
these 3 to get together his next couple of laps. He could be right in the battle for the lead. To the outside goes Connor Asbel. Chandler using even a higher line. Asbel definitely wants this playoff point and 10 stage points to go along with it. So he is. Oh, there's a crash in the front straightaway.
Oh,
Matthew White
what
got
a
sideways.
save.
Yes. My goodness, as Piper goes down to the inside of Cole Wilson with 2 to go here.
as we see a lead change again, here comes Connor Asbel, the bottom, the 72.
Almost cool. Oh, we got a spin down to the inside. Logan Giesbert went around. It looked like he was able to just slide out of the way. So we'll keep it green. Still door to door here for the stage win. Carlos Truther back on the outside, getting the momentum, but he slides up the track. Here comes Asbel. Coming to the final lap till the halfway break. Where's Chandler gonna go?
And
Three
what is
wide.
Bryce Benson going to do?
4 wide behind him for a second down the front straightaway. Watch that. 3 wide back now. Here is Asbel back to the inside on the final lap to the halfway break. Oh, he slides. Here comes Carlos Truther. He's got momentum. Where's he going to go? Down the back stretch to go for the final time to the halfway. He'll go to the outside. They're door to door. Through 3 and 4. Up the track goes Truther. Asbel down low trying to drive it in deep and clear him. And they head down the front straightaway. Side by side to the inside goes Carlos Truther. He's on his bumper. He won't get there. Connor Asbel wins the stage. Caution will come out.
What a stage finish. When you go to watch a stock car race, you expect 3, even 4 guys just battling for a stage win or even for a race win, and what we have seen this stage so far has been generational. So let's see what the second stage has for us, as I have to inform Rayun Coke has retired from this race.
All right, so early ZNF for Coke here halfway. All right, so Connor Asbel, Cameron Chandler, Carlos Truther, Bryce Benson. What a great run for Casey Pfeiffer. Got inside the top 5. Cole Wilson, Andrew Stacey, Ashton Miller, Maddox Beard, and Matthew White round out your top 10. They all win stage points here. All right, so they come around to catch the pace car. Connor Asbel, your pole sitter, is your stage winner now.
Yeah, let's try to get a quick word with Cole Wilson. So Cole, we saw you at the beginning of the run just kind of going up front, and then you fell off. What happened there?
Yeah, I think I was sliding a little much to the right rear, and that really hindered me. I never really fell out of the pack necessarily, but just fell out of the lead few, and just barely lost 5th there coming to the line. But still happy with 6th, and I think it's going to be a dogfight to the end.
All right. Well, good luck for the second stage.
All right, so cars will be on pit road here coming to lap 33. And we're going to see everyone get service.
Matthew White's got pretty heavy left rear damage on that 43 machine. I'm guessing that's from when he hit the wall off the trial we're trying to save.
Yeah, so he'll have to try to get that repaired.
He's hit the
best
wall
he
many
can.
times this race already, so I would not be surprised if that's
Matthew
a
White-
bunch of different damage.
Matthew White started second and fell to 10th at the green-white checkered flag. All right, cars on pit road. You gotta be perfect in your box because you never know, this could be the final caution. We only saw one caution, and that was the halfway break in Fontana, and this is the similar 2-mile oval.
Yeah, Kevin Chandler says he feels really frustrated because this is a draft train, but overall he feels pretty good for the second stage as these cars are taking 4 tires and adding Sunoco fuel.
And a good stop for Asbel, who'll be off first. Second place is going to be Carlos. No, it's going to be Cameron Chandler. Third going to be Truther, Wilson, Benton to round out your top 5. Piper, Stacy Miller, Stevenson, Clausen. Some others losing some positions here. Up here with Matthew White. Going to be the big loser on that, probably just trying to repair some damage. And yeah, that will take us to the second half here in Michigan, as we'll be right back from the Irish Hills as Logan Giesrud stays up. He's currently 2 laps down.
And Connor Asbel and Cameron Chandler, with these stage results, are locked into the run of 6, so they're gonna be able to run both the second stage at Michigan and Spa-Francorchamps with a lot more calmness than what they usually would run. So yeah, congratulations to them, and let's see what spectacle they can bring us, along with Carlos Truther, Bryce Benton, and many more drivers that might have not been seen in the first stage, but somehow are gonna come up to the thread field in the second stage.
So yeah, we will see how chaotic this second half of the race gets. Everybody can, of course, stay on the racetrack. There is Giesbrecht. He, of course, spun down to the inside for the stage break, as we will head to one to go to the restart. We'll be back underway on lap number 35.
Oh, Payson, how exciting was the first stage, and how do you feel the second stage is gonna be like?
Yeah, the second stage was very exciting. I feel like they should have wrecked a few times there. I don't know how they didn't, but if the second stage is going to be more exciting than the first stage, which it usually is, I feel like we're going to have a few more cautions. Or we didn't have any cautions in the first stage, so I think we're going to have a few cautions here in the second stage to spice things up. Maybe get some people who are kind of just hanging in the back towards the front.
Could see some drivers like Andrew Stacy back there. He currently runs in 8th. He's definitely going to want to make positions. Matthew White currently running 17th. He's definitely going to want to get up here to try to battle for the win. It's going to be Asbel and Chandler, the 2 best Xfinity drivers all season long, back in the front row.
Yeah,
This
Matthew
champion-
White. Sorry. Matthew White was struggling a lot in that first stage. He went up front, but then he fell way back, being way too loose. And he's, well, like Ethan said, sitting in 16th place. Let's see what he can do from the back of the field. As Ethan, you have the controls of the restart.
So the top 2, Asbel and Chandler, the 2 championship rivals up front that are most realistically in the battle for the championship. Reminds me of a lot of Trent Wilkin and Aiden Donahue last season, as they're going to be leading the back green field back to the green flag here in Michigan on lap 35. The second half is underway.
And what a great jump by Connor Asbel there.
Side by
Outside line
side.
did not get a good start.
Oh, up the racetrack goes Andrew Stacy back here. He will most likely save it. Now down to the inside is Carlos Truther on Connor Asbel for the lead in Michigan. Into 3 and 4 they go. Truther on the bottom. He's going to slide up the racetrack as they head down the front stretch yet again. big move to the inside for I can't talk the second half apparently. Cameron Chandler.
These cars feeling a lot better with new tires, so gonna be another lots of cars up here. I think probably 6 cars up here for the battle for the lead. And then once again, like we saw last time, if we don't get a caution, we might spread out a little.
Carlos Ruther's in the inside for the lead on Connor Asbell. Connor Asbell slides up a little bit off the exit of turn 4, and that just allows Carlos to try and sneak down under every single time.
Where is Cameron Chandler going to go? He's going to push the 72 of Asbell for now. How about Cole Wilson and Bryce Benson getting this battle for the lead? They both want to take home the checkered flag. Momentum coming on the outside once again for Connor Asbell and Cameron Chandler.
Cameron Chandler, who I asked before the race how did he feel, and he just said with a plane, I don't know. He always says I don't know, but he was always running up front, so that's probably good that you don't have any expectancies for your races, and therefore it takes pressure off yourself and you can run better without that pressure. Here comes Carlos Schroeder for a second place, with the contact between Cole Wilson and Bryce Benton.
The former teammates bang doors down the back straightaway. They both save it. More cars getting loose in the back. Everybody is able to hang on to it for now. With 23 to go already in Michigan. And look at this big battle for the lead. Outside is Cameron Chandler trying to get momentum on Asbell. See Carlos Struther on the bottom of Connor Asbell. Once again, getting Stevenson getting to this battle for the lead.
Here comes Chandler to the outside on Connor Asbell. Carlos Struther sideways. A little bit of contact with Wilson there.
He will somehow hang on to it, and luckily he did that, because that would have been bad if he overcorrected in front of the entire field.
Man, what a save by Carlos Schroeder there in that number 54 Toyota machine. He went to the apron of the racetrack and somehow saved it and keeps it together, and now he goes back and back and back behind Maddox Beard in the number 2 machine. We haven't talked a lot throughout this race, and he's been running 9th, 10th, maybe 8th. He's been quiet there. Let's see what he can do here in the second stage of the race.
Chandler currently leading Asbell second, Benton third, Stevenson having a very good run in fourth. Same thing with Casey Pfeiffer currently running in fifth. Here is Carlos Ruther down to the inside of Maddox Beard for P9.
Man, Bryce Benton, he's currently running in 3rd place, and he has a chance to take the lead as Cameron Chandler is snaking down the front straightaway.
Down into 1 and 2 they go to the outside. Here comes CJ Erdman having a good run. Currently running in 7th. Wants to keep his eye on this battle for the lead.
And what about Tyler Stevenson in that 14 machine? He's been running kind of outside the top 5 all race long, and now he's sitting inside the top 5, watching with popcorns, like in a cinema, this battle for the lead. Oh, Connor Asbell gets really loose there coming off the corner.
Asbell hangs on to it. Benson looks like he basically got to his quarter panel. Didn't mean to suck him loose, but he did, as they block nearly side by side, down into 1 and 2. Here is the 9 of Benson on the quarter panel of Cameron Chandler. Benson slides up the racetrack, almost into the door of the 72. Stevenson with momentum on the outside. Oh, he turns Bryce! And around goes Benson on the back straightaway. He's going to spin. That's going to bring in the caution. Second caution of the night here in Michigan. Luckily, he did not go back in front of the field, but he nearly took off on the back straightaway. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's see what happened here at the end of turn 2.
I mean, I could throw the caution because he was about to fly away. Like, there we go. That, oh, and Stevenson got together as well. Let's ride along with Benton.
Stevenson just kind of either got loose or misjudged the space he had between him and Bryce Benton. and ended up breaking Bryce Benton in the 9 machine, and the 14 also himself getting some damage to his front bumper.
Riding along with Steve. Oh yeah, definitely misjudged it. And, oh, pokes Benson around and he spins on the back straightaway. All right. So they definitely probably aren't the happiest with each other. We'll see how that continues. We'll see if anyone comes down pit road. So you've got 3 sets of tires to use. They already only used one of them, and they're going to be using the second one here tonight. With 18 laps to go, as the caution comes out for the first time for an instant. All right, so we're going to be watching pit road closely. Stu is able to exit first. Do we have any changes up front and other things? Everybody down into their pit stall pretty nicely. It looks like one car, maybe Cole Wilson, had to back it up slightly. Benson comes into his stall. What a great stop by Pfeiffer. And Casey Pfeiffer's going to win the race off pit road. Andrew Stacy, pit strategy here is going to be second. Looks like it's going to be a battle between Asbel and Chandler for third. I believe Chandler got it. Asbel fourth, Wilson fifth, Miller sixth, Erdman seventh, White eighth, Beard ninth, and Clausen will round out your top 10.
I think only 2 tires on the front 2 there. We're going to be interested to see how that works out.
All right, so caution is out once again for the second time. 17 to go in Michigan. All right, guys, 17 laps to go. Probably going to be about 15 laps to go once the green flag comes back out. What do we expect to see in this probably chaotic last 15 laps in Michigan?
I think we'll probably see another car go around similar to how Benson went around last time. Just somebody trying to clear themselves, or 2 people like a block failed or something. So I think probably almost identical to what happened to Benson will happen to somebody else.
And
Yeah,
now
I
you
agree
got
with Cole.
now you
Yeah,
got
but I
some
think
new players up front that took 2 tires.
Yeah, well, what you all are gonna see on YouTube here right now, it's gonna be so exciting. You're gonna need some new fingernails because you're gonna bite them all. So 1 lap to green, the pace car is gonna turn his lights off, and here we go for this restart. Even though we're not even close, remotely close to restarting now, as we are in turn 1 on the pace lap. That was a mistake from my part.
So both, oh, we got a car drop into the rear. That's, I believe, the 94 of CJ Urban. Ooh, he's in the grass. And there looks like there's something wrong with the 94 car. He's really low, and now he's going to get back to the speed. Must have had to let somebody go or something. So it's going to be Clear High Motorsports on the front row. You got Chandler and Asbel, your 2 biggest championship contenders, row number 2. It's going to be interesting up front with Casey Pfeiffer lead.
Yeah, he made that 2 tires call. Let's see how it plays out, even though he might be a little bit looser than these guys behind him. That's gonna be like basically just him putting a wall on that back bumper, just trying to cover everywhere, anywhere.
Here we go. Pfeiffer to the door of Andrew Stacy as we get ready to go back underway in Michigan.
Wouldn't be surprised if Cameron might try and get a really good restart here, possibly jump low on Pfeiffer here.
Side by side, ready for the restart. Pfeiffer, Stacy, Asbel, Chandler. First 2 rows, back to the Geico restarts, and they go. We're back underway. What a great restart by Pfeiffer. And oh, Stacy checks up. They're crashing. Miller's in the middle of the pack. The caution's going to come out.
Yeah, outside lane just kind of didn't roll at all, led by the 96 of Andrew Stacy. Said a few words on the voice chat, and Aston Miller might be in danger of not winning at his home racetrack.
Let's take a look how that all went down. Very interesting thing. We usually don't see that, especially in a track like Michigan. So they try to get up the speed. Asbel on the Miller's in the bumper of Asbel. So it all began with Stacy. He just does not go. And then they check up. Asbel got tagged by Matthew White. Oh my God! And the 16 of Henry is nearly upside down. take a look along with the 16 machine. How we got through this accident.
Stacy said he was in 4th gear on that restart and just didn't have time to shift out in 2nd.
Wow, big mistake there. And watch Benton absolutely hammer Henry as they pile up down in the front straightaway. It's right along with Andrew Stacy in the 96.
Yeah, he also admits totally his fault there. He says he's so sorry for that. As we're gonna see the onboard right now.
Oh yeah. And they all pile up behind him. Riding along with Ashton Miller. Just absolute chaos behind him. He cooks the 80, and that will bring out the caution. So interesting moment. Basically, I guess you could say the big one on the front straightaway for the restart. A couple of cars in the back pitting that had damage. 13 laps to go. 3rd caution of the night is out. 2nd one for cause. First crash involving multiple cars. Yeah, so just a big mistake there by Andrew Stacy. Just somehow leaving in 4th gear. Guess just misjudged it and caused a wreck down the front stretch. So Pfeiffer with all that is able to hold on to the lead currently. You got Chandler.
Yeah, here
Wilson,
looking at the playoffs here. Casey Pfeiffer leading. He is not a playoff driver. Just like last week with Matt Grab, a playoff driver leading late in the race, maybe trying to steal a win. Then in 2nd is Cameron, Chandler, and another playoff driver. 3rd is me, a playoff driver. 4th, Connor, and 5th, Stacy. All of them playoff drivers as well. And then we have to go back down to 8th place to find John Nagayan in another playoff driver.
All right, so still cars here on pit road trying to get some damage repairs so they can get set for this restart. So we're going to restart here with 11 to go. Pace lights are out on the pace car.
As Aston Miller comes out of his pit stall, he had 1 minute of optional repairs. He has them all completed, and he's gonna come back to the racetrack and maybe try to come back, so make up some positions behind Tyler Stevenson, that 14, who was involved in that wreck with Bryce Benton. A few laps prior to that caution, he has a little opening on his hood that's gonna cost him some drag on his race car, and that's gonna cost him a pretty, what was looking to be like a race winning contending race, gone downhill now, running 15th.
All right, so Bryce Benton with all this, he's not going to be able to get his lap back because you can't pass the pace car when there's 1 to go. So he's going to be really hoping for a caution. And we'll see if he can get one in the next 11 laps.
12 laps to go here. Let's see if the strategy by the 77 of Pfeiffer works or not.
Cameron Chandler going to be on the outside. Row number 2, Cole Wilson, Connor Raswell. So of the top 5, 4 of them are playoff drivers. They run 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And you got Pfeiffer, the odd one out, leading. Bit of quarter panel damage for your pole center, Connor Asbell. We'll see how that affects him. Here we go. 11 laps to go at Michigan. Back to the Geico restarts, and they go. Pfeiffer gets a good restart, and he's back underway. He will clear Chandler. A bit of a snack up there with Maddox Beard. They'll try to save. Okay, thank you, iRacing. They head down in 1 and 2. There's Cole Wilson on the bottom. He's on the bumper of the 8. He slides up the racetrack in front of Connor Asbell. And they race down the backstretch once again. Side by side now for 2nd. Chandler now looking for the lead. Oh, trouble! One Cop Jr. was sideways. He will save it. He's always in the wall hard.
Whoa!
And the wrecking down
And
the front
three
straightaway.
cars.
Actual heck.
Caution again.
And
Yeah.
from
14 car just completely turned me. I don't know what he's thinking.
Let's take a look.
yeah, from bad to worse, that the day has gone for the 14 car. He was grinding top 5 at some point, and now he's wrecked again with Cole Clausen. He just came up on Cole Clausen in the 5 car and made them both wreck.
Now let's take a look at what happened to Juan Cobbs Jr., which is probably going to take him out of this. Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
It was
Okay.
a
Are
double
you-
hit.
Yeah,
Oh, he destroys Cobbs Jr.
suspend 14, suspend Tyler Stevenson. I don't want to hear any word of it. He hit that double kill, man. What in the actual hell?
Wow. That's right along with the 14 through this accident, or the 2 accidents, I should say. So they're side by side. Cole Clausen with his next to his favorite driver, Juan Cobbs Jr. He will drive. Oh my! Just misjudges it and completely oversends it. And then Bryce nearly got taken out. He's gonna, of course, hit the wall. And then they make contact down the front straightaway, and Stevenson gets hooked by Clausen, who was sideways because of the contact by the 14. Wow. A lot of drivers not going to be really too thrilled with Tyler Stevenson after this one. Understandably so. As these two will get together. We'll see if anything happens here under the caution between Clausen and Stevenson. Stevenson actually holding back a bit. And it's trying to not to cause anything.
let's go again with Cole. Oh, sorry.
Somehow Juan Cobbs Jr. is still rolling. This thing is not going to make it back around to the restart, though.
No, it is not. He's blowing up his engine, and at some point he's gonna explode that
We
engine.
need some speedy draw on the track with how much oil is going to be on it.
Hey Cole,
Yep.
you're running in second right now. You have a pretty good chance to win this race. What is your mindset going to be from now on?
Yeah, right now, just gonna try and not get loose on corner exit. That was my problem before, and I think it was really costing me because of the long straightaways here. If you do get loose, people that don't and get good exits will have huge runs on you, and that's why we see so many 3 and 4 wides. So, just gonna try and get a good start, stay with Cameron, maybe pinch him down into turn 1, and hopefully maybe take the lead off exit.
All right, well, that's Cole Wilson, who won at Watkins Glen earlier in the season and is seeking his second win of the season and in the Xfinity Series overall here at Michigan.
8 laps to go. We're going to be coming to 1 to green this time by, so once we all go back around and everything, we will be at 6 to go for the restart.
Yeah, the fastest lap of the race has been done by CJ Ehrman 94 Chevrolet with a 39.212. That's a great time there. Almost 1/10 and a half faster than the next faster time done by the 96 of Andrew Stacy.
And then how about CJ Ehrman currently running in 4th, looking for his first career win. They got Pfeiffer down there at P5 currently. Truther still running inside the top 10. Andrew Stacy currently 7th. John Wynn currently 8th. Now they're around the top 10.
You're a guy who caught my attention. He's running in 8th place right now. When early in the race we talked about him, and he was running in 14th, 15th place even at some point of the race. And now with all these cautions, he's been able to take advantage of it, and he might gather some great points for Spa if he's able to race Spa Francorchamps.
All right, here we go. Going to be 6 laps remaining in Michigan. Could all come down to this. Cameron Chandler and Cole Wilson going to be leading the field to the green. This is your one last opportunity to, most likely for drivers and fans alike, to take one last breath before 6 intense final laps in Michigan. to decide
I don't
your
know if
winner.
we're done wrecking yet. I think we could see another caution and possible overtimes here.
So, of course, if we need him, there's 3 overtimes available, as always.
And Connor Asbell has damage to his right rear, in the right rear of his bumper. That's gonna cost him some downforce and probably might make him even looser than what he has been throughout the race. So let's go to a restart, Ethan.
The pace car's back on pit road. We have 6 laps to go in Michigan. 12 miles, 6 laps. We're back to green. Even start up front, maybe a little bit better for Chandler. And Wilson will drop in line. Look at CJ Ehrman on the outside, looking for maybe second on Cole Wilson. Ehrman way up the racetrack this time by. Could have good momentum coming on the outside, but no. He'll have Connor Asbell to his door as they will head down the backstretch yet again. Contact in the back, Bryce Benson got sideways. Now on the bumper of Cameron Chandler is Cole Wilson.
Got CJ Erdman and Connor Asbell side by side for P3 here. Got Carlos
to go.
Truther trying to figure out where to go right behind him as well.
3 wide for a second. And now to the inside. Here comes Cole Wilson on Cameron Chandler. They're side by side. They make contact. Oh, they slide. Here comes CJ Ehrman to the outside. 3 wide on the top. He is going to take the lead. What a move by Ehrman.
One top 10 in all of his starts in the NASCAR iRacing Xfinity Series, no wins whatsoever, and now he has the chance of winning at Michigan.
They're 3 by 3 down the front straightaway for the lead. Carlos Truther in the bottom. He's going to make it 4 wide with 4 laps to go. 4 by 4 for the race lead in Michigan. Truther down low in Chandler. He gets to his quarter panel. He sends it in deep, and he takes the lead. And he'll clear him off quarter exit. Carlos Truther in the leader with 3.5 laps to go.
Chandler coming back to the inside now. He's going to have a good run entering the corner. Going to try and probably pull a slide job here on Truther if he's able to. He's side by side with him. And coming into turn 4 here. Truther's going to give a little bit boost on the top side. Chandler not going to be able to clear off exit. Coming to, I believe, 3 laps to go.
Almost contact between Wilson and Ehrman. Asbell is sideways through the pack. He currently runs in 5th and he's dropping with 3 laps to go. Then they're side by side for the lead. Cameron Chandler and Carlos Truther. Now watch Cole Wilson.
They just don't care about the race course anymore. All they want to do is win this race.
All bets are off. It's anyone for themselves. Everyone for themselves, I should say. To the inside goes Chandler. Trying to clear Truther. He slides up the track. They make contact. Where's Wilson gonna go? He'll go 3 wide middle. 2 laps to go in Michigan. Cole Wilson clears.
What a move by Cole Wilson. They're daring to make it 3 wide on the middle. And he takes the lead with 2 laps to go.
Don't count Matthew White out. Here it comes to the inside of Carlos Truther in P3 here.
We haven't seen the 43 all day long, and since the first 10 or so laps. Oh, Connor Asbell spins. He will actually somehow maybe save it. They're wrecking the back, and Wu will stay green. Looks like it.
Yeah, everyone can win this race. What an exciting last few laps as we come to the white flag this time by.
Battle for the win, Wilson and Chandler. It's the final lap in Michigan. Chandler to the bottom of Cole Wilson. They're side by side down into 1 and 2. They make contact. They get sideways. Here they come. Chandler gonna really drive it in deep, but a crossover coming for Wilson. Door to door through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch for the final time. Where's Carlos Truther gonna go? Final time down the back. Truther on the bottom. He's got momentum. He's going to the outside. They're 3 wide for the lead. Final time through 3 and 4. They both slide up the track. Here comes momentum. Final time down the front straightaway to the checkered flag. Cole Wilson's gonna win in Michigan. What a race.
What a move by Cole Wilson there. Making it 3 abreast on the middle. And he wins this race. Second comes Cameron Chandler. And third comes Carlos Truther. in the number 54 Toyota. What a race, what a finish, Ethan.
My goodness, what a thriller in Michigan. Cole Wilson, the second win of the year. First on an oval. And he will be locked in to the round of 6. Will not have to worry about Spa next week. Their first playoff driver to come to victory lane in the Xfinity Series.
Got some more beef between the 14 and the 5, apparently. I
Yeah,
don't know
he's
what's
just a
going on.
freaking idiot. I don't even know what the hell he's whining about.
Cole Wilson burns it down. Your winner in Michigan. What a thrilling finish.
Finally got that ETRW.
Yep.
Paul, how do you feel about that 3 wide pass on the middle? How frightening and how bold did you feel was it? It was.
Yeah, it was definitely a little scary, but I saw a gap and I went for it, and it didn't close, so I was able to clear both of them. And then last lap, Cameron got to me, made a little contact, and then was able to hold him off. So really happy. Finally won on an oval. That's took me a while, but super happy to get it done.
Do you feel relief for winning in an oval?
Yes, I've been trying to do that one for a long time. I've been called a road course merchant way too many times.
What a
All
win
right, well-
for Cole Wilson, his second of the year.
Congratulations on the win, Cole, and well, enjoy this race win.
Thank you.
Wow. Just wow. We knew this race would not disappoint, and it did not. My goodness.
Now, this is a typical race. When you think about stock car racing, you think about races like this with 3, 4, 5 people. I can say like 10 people that were contending at some point for the race win.
Cole Wilson's going to get a push by his teammate Ashton Miller to Gatorade victory lane as Miller blows up. And of course, with the playoff banners now, he's your first winner in the playoffs this season. Cole Wilson gets the job done in Michigan. What a thriller here tonight. We hope you enjoyed. And we'll be back at it for the Cup Series tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, post-race interviews coming up. Me and Sherry are going to be doing our normal thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Ignore the message I sent you.
All right. Okay, so post-race interviews here coming up in Michigan. So we already did Cole Wilson, your winner, here when he was doing his burnout, so we won't have to do that. So we're going to head straight into your other top finishers.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to wait for a couple more to join here. Got some post-race stories to break down after a thrilling race here tonight in the Irish Hills of Michigan. And we'll just wait for more of your top finishers to join on in. And coming up first is going to be your second place finisher, Cameron Chandler. Cameron Chandler, an insane battle for the win between you, Cole Wilson, and Carlos Truther in the final closing laps here in Michigan. So what was it like battling for the win? Is there anything you maybe had left in your tank to try to pass Wilson down the front straightaway?
No. These cars, I felt like we were faster than Carlos and Cole there, but just the top, the second someone gets to the top, you can't really pass them on the bottom, no matter how fast you are. So, we gave it all we had, but another podium finish and without a win, when we definitely could have, really sucks.
Cameron, how did that race overall feel frustrating or exciting?
Oh yeah, those parts where it was exciting, but like for the most part, just frustrating, cause like multiple times, especially with Cole earlier on in the race, I got stuck behind him, and I felt like I was a lot faster and just couldn't pass because he was on the top. So especially there too, I found a lot of speed driving it in on the bottom towards the end, like right before I walled Carlos there. I think a lot before that. And just still the top was just too overpowered. I couldn't pass, so sucks. But we'll go on to Spa. Won't finish well there, but hopefully we can advance.
All right. So of course, nice job on the run here tonight. I believe we're going to be looking at the points. You should most likely have enough points to lock yourself in after tonight here in Michigan. So last question: is that going to change your mindset going to Spa?
I mean, not really. I don't really. We did. We went there for preseason testing last season, and I did some more testing there recently, and yeah, I don't really like that place. The fans too in the stands that for some reason were there while I was testing, they also don't really like me too much there. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, so of course, nice job on the second place finish here tonight in Michigan, and we'll see you next week in Spa.
Yep. Thank you to Lively's Custom Diecast, official diecast producer of FedEx Cup Series.
As always, no, that's not true. All right, coming up next is going to be CJ Ehrman got home in fourth. CJ Ehrman, a career day for you guys. It'll be P4 after running inside the top 5 for a lot of the second half here tonight in Michigan. So what was it like running it up here inside the top 5, battling for the win and nearly getting the job done?
It was a lot of fun. I felt like if I would have gone low in 3 and 4 with a few laps to go, I probably could have held on for the win. It was just really hard. I got nearly squeezed into the wall a couple of times, and that kind of hurt my momentum because I had to be careful not to destroy the wall. But a good night, a lot of fun, and hopefully I knew Michigan would be good, but qualifying kind of worried me, but worked out anyways.
CJ, how much confidence does this give you for the future?
Well, it was nice to run up front. I mean, next week I don't own the track, so I'm probably not going to be there. But I feel like going to Chicagoland in a couple weeks will be pretty good for us, and then Talladega, 2 good tracks for me. So hopefully we can keep the momentum going there.
All right, well, nice job here on the run, top 5 in Michigan. I believe your first ever top 5 in the Xfinity Series, and we'll see you.
Yep.
Of course, you're not doing Spa, and then we'll see you in 2 weeks at Chicagoland.
Yep, see ya.
Coming up next is going to be Bryce Benson, who came home in 6th. So Bryce Benson, of course, a great rebound for you guys. You'll come home in P6 after getting wrecked down to the back straightaway. So from your perspective, what happened there on the backstretch between you and I believe Stevenson to go around?
Yeah, so yeah, I kind of cleared myself up, so I came down. Pretty much what I was just thinking in that moment. I thought I could get up because in my mirror I could kind of see him like, I don't know. I saw him like kind of coming down, so I thought I kind of had a gap. But then I didn't. It was just kind of both our faults. He came down, I came up, and then that's just spun us around. It kind of sucks though, because if that didn't happen, I probably could have won the race, but. Whatever. We still had a pretty fast car, and hopefully we can have a fast car tomorrow too in Cup.
Bryce, was the race a blast? Like I asked Cameron Chandler, was it a blast or was it frustrating?
It was frustrating when that happened, but I was able to just regroup myself and just try to get a better finish.
All right, well, good job, of course, on the rebound here tonight at P6, and we will see you tomorrow night in the Cup Series race in Michigan.
Yep.
Coming up next year for Xfinity Series post-race interviews, going to be Andrew Stacy, comes from 11th. Andrew Stacy, it's P11 tonight, so we saw you guys take a pit strategy where you believe you only took 2 tires, and you were on the front row with your teammate, and then it looks like you maybe accidentally put it in the 4th gear, and then that kind of just messed up your race through the end of it. So overall, how do you feel about your finish and race here tonight in Michigan, coming home P11?
Well, I mean, considering the circumstance, I thought I was going to wreck on that restart, definitely. I mean, I was just wondering why my RPMs were so low, and then I was like, oh shoot, I'm in 4th gear. And then I just saw everyone wrecking behind me. I take full blame for that. I feel really bad. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't clock it. I was talking a bunch about strategy and all that, and then I was trying to help out my teammate with the restart rules, and yeah, I didn't check my gears. But yeah, I think I didn't really bounce back from it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we had a decent, consistent one. We just missed out on top 10. I'm just gonna have to get a decent finish in Spa, and I'm definitely gonna get some advice from Logan. He finished P4 there with Xfinity's last year, so I mean last season, but yeah.
So Andrew, we saw that before that wreck you caused. You took 2 tires, I believe, in that pit stop. How was it planned?
So, I mean, it was kind of like a team effort, but my team owner Eli Tomlin, he knew that we had it was barely any gap between the last time we pit and the when we were pitting now. So the tire wear wouldn't be that crazy different. So we just decided to change the rights, and we also did that with Casey as well. So we just changed the rights, kept the lefts, and we bumped up to P1 and P2. So I mean, it felt like it felt good. I mean, just it took some time to get used to. It took a few laps to get used to. I think that definitely contributed to the fall off in position wise. But I mean, yeah, it was. I still think it was a good strategy though. I mean, I think the main reason why it didn't work is because my restart. But yeah.
All right, so still nice job here on the run tonight, and we will see you probably tomorrow night for the Cup Series, I'm assuming, and then next week for Xfinity and Spa.
Hey.
Okay, coming up here in Michigan for Xfinity Series post-race interview is going to be Tyler Stevenson. So Tyler Stevenson, we saw you involved in a couple of accidents here tonight. So take me through what happened during those incidents.
Well, I had a good card today. I didn't get to show it in the first stage, obviously. I lost a draft and I was like 12th or something. Got a good pit stop, got up to 9th, and I started to get up, keeping the draft, and I got up to 4th with some people messing up. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get on the outside, get to 3rd, and the 9 wasn't clear and tried to clear himself, and he flipped his rear, obviously, and then tried to avoid him, and I ran my car right into him, which gave me about a minute and a half of damage to repair. So I was pretty frustrated with that. I was in the top 5, obviously. And then just on the restarts, I was just, just trying to get my way back. And the 13, I just completely wrecked. I mean, that's my fault. I'm not going to argue that. I was just sending it in there, being over aggressive. And then because I sent it in so deep, I got up into the 5 and he got loose. And obviously I got turned by him.
So Tyler, before those wrecks, you were running in 4th. How did it feel to run up front? And did you think you had a chance of winning this race?
Yeah, I had a good car. I mean, I just didn't get to show it in the first stage, but it's just when you can run up there and then you're all the way in the back again, you want to get back up there, and obviously the aggression gets to you and you make stupid moves.
All right, well, still nice job here on the race here tonight. Sorry, it kind of ended in an unfortunate way for you guys, but we'll see you next week in Spa.
Yeah, see you too.
Okay, coming up next, we got not 2 laps, new bus race interviews to go. Going to be Cole Clausen. He finished 14th. So Cole Clausen, you come on 14th, but of course the big story with this was you and Tyler Stevenson getting together. So what was your perspective there and with the contact with the Stevenson machine?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the hell he's thinking. I mean, he just completely comes up on me with no self-awareness that I'm even to his outside, and I mean, he just flat out turns me. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he took out the GOAT Juan Cobbs Jr. before that, and then very next corner he just turns me, and then he wants to say that I right hooked him. I mean, I don't know what the heck he's talking about. I was already out of control, and then he just happened to be there. So I mean, I don't even know who he is. I don't know what his deal is, but it's all good. It's just Xfinity. Everyone in here kind of idiots, but hopefully Cup tomorrow goes a little bit better. But yeah, pretty terrible race for our number 5 MNF racing machine.
So Clausen, to be honest, I don't have any questions for you. Just tough luck there with that incident with Tyler, and hope you can have better luck at Spa or Chicagoland.
Yeah, hopefully, especially tomorrow, I need to have a really good race because I'm below the cut line in playoffs, but hopefully we can find ourselves above the cut line by then tomorrow, and hopefully we don't have any beef.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night in the Cup race.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Final interview here tonight going to be Jaden Henry. Came home, I believe, with a DNF. So Jane Henry, unfortunate late race DNF for you guys here tonight. So it looks like you guys are running decently until, unfortunately, on the back or yeah, on the front straightaway, there's a big pile up in front of you, and then you get absolutely ran under from behind. So what was your perspective through that accident?
So, the 96. So I guess he was in the wrong gear or something, and then everybody starts piling up. It looks like the scene from Cars. You see tires flying all over this bitch, and then next thing I get hit in the ass by the 9, and then my car goes up in the air, and I'm like, oh shit, my rear end, oh shit, my car got damaged. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Oh, so Henry, I apologize, but I don't have also questions for you. Also, tough luck there with that pace with the wreck there, and wish you the best of luck for the next few races.
Hopefully the 9 won't hit me in the ass again. Thank you.
Okay, so and yeah, we'll see you in the next race here, Belita. All right, so interesting post-race interview to wrap us up here. So, any final thoughts, Shuri, in an insane one here tonight in Michigan?
If you didn't like that race as a spectator, you don't like racing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. What a crazy race, and we got 100 more laps tomorrow night, and probably could be even more chaotic in the Cup Series. So, we hope you enjoyed tonight with the Xfinity Series in Michigan. That will wrap it up. So, of course, we'll be back for Cup tomorrow night, and then lobbies on Friday. So, that will do it. Cup Series starting 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as always, and congratulations to Cole Wilson on the race victory, and that's going to be wrapping up on behalf of all officials, team owners, drivers, commentators, everybody involved in making this league what it is. We will see you tomorrow night in the Cup Series race at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Good night from Michigan.